Marsha. Move back, Marsha.
All right, it's great to be back in Michigan. We were just here. Kamala Harris is coming. We are taking Michigan seriously, and we are going to win Michigan. So thank you, Patsy. Where are you? Thank you for that great introduction, and thank you for the Joe and Kamala and me shirt. That's awesome. We appreciate that. And Pastor Dwayne, Pastor Bennett, where are you? There you are. Thank you so much for having us here. Looks like the weather's holding. I was speaking in a rainstorm the last time I was here, so hey, it's fine. We're going to do this rain or shine for these next 11 days, right? Nothing's going to keep us from voting early. No. So we're seeing this all over the country, this kind of enthusiasm for Joe and Kamala. And we are all going to work each and every one of these last 11 days until we get this thing done and we elect that great man you saw last night, Joe Biden, and my wife, you know I love, Kamala Harris as the next Vice President of the United States. I love saying that. I'm still getting used to it. Now, yeah, like I said, you know I love Kamala, right? Have I made that clear? Okay. But you know who else I love? Joe Biden. Man, that guy is awesome. He is so incredible. I knew him a little bit before. I've gotten to know him and Jill so well during this campaign. And you saw it last night, the warmth, the compassion, the knowledge, the experience. And that's why I love Joe Biden, and that's why I'm so excited that he is going to be our next president. Joe is smart. He cares. And unlike what we have now, and that couldn't have been made more clear at that debate last night, Joe has a plan. Joe has a plan for our country. And what does he have a plan for? Well, you saw it. Coronavirus. It's surging again. Donald Trump didn't have a plan. They haven't had a plan. We can't trust another 4 years of that administration not to have a plan. But we can trust Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. They have a plan day one. Coronavirus. I'm traveling all across this country right now, and Americans are rightfully terrified. They are scared. And they are scared because of coronavirus, and they're also scared because of health care. And they now know, as you know, the gig is up. People now realize that this administration has no plan. They've been talking about it for 4 years. They don't have one. They don't care about it. They want to pull away the Affordable Care Act, which most people like. It's working. It's saving lives, and especially for those with pre-existing conditions, like millions and millions of people. And now with coronavirus, and they are coming for it. And that's why people are terrified. Working parents just trying to make it work right now during this devastated economy. They need paid leave. They need child care. And that's not happening with this administration. Trump never talks about that, does he? What else doesn't he talking about? Essential workers. I'm meeting them all over the country, putting their lives on the line for us, for low pay, longer hours, wearing the same mask over and over again. Trump doesn't care about them. He doesn't talk about them. Joe does. I'm hearing folks who are just sick and tired of what's going on. They show up at our events, stiff upper lip, and I just ask them, how you doing, before you talk to me about whatever policy, and people just let out a deep sigh because they're traumatized by what's been going on for these last 4 years. They're desperate and ready for leadership, for change, and that change is coming. Someone who hears you, someone who listens, and someone who actually cares about you, not just themselves. I met so many people these last couple of months around this country. The stories are heartbreaking. I've met so many people suffering through the devastation of COVID. I met an organizer on our campaign who lost his father, couldn't say goodbye. I met another one who had coronavirus, sixth person in her family who had it. And then just people who are devastated by the economy. I met a woman, diabetic, lost her job, lost her health care, and she's the primary caregiver for her brother who needs a double organ transplant. They're just literally thinking about whether they're going to survive, not whether they can pay their bills, whether they're going to survive. So these are the kind of stories that are going on all around the country right now. These are the kinds of stories that Joe Biden is talking about when he says, I'm doing this for your family. When Trump is up there just talking about himself and woe is me and all that stuff, we're done with it. We need change right now. And that change is coming on November 3rd. Joe Biden. They have a plan for coronavirus. You heard Joe talk about it last night. We got to wear masks. Look at all of us. I'm okay because you're all out there, but look, everyone's wearing a mask. We're social distancing. Joe talked about testing, quick, easy, and free. A test doesn't matter if it takes 2 weeks to get the results. Joe talked about contact tracing. They had a super spreader at the White House. They didn't even tell those people. They work for him. They're his friends. He didn't even tell them, told the CDC not to trace it. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are going to invest in contact tracing. And now let's talk about free treatment. Of course, that's a given. But what about a vaccine? Nobody is going to trust the word of Donald Trump. You heard him making stuff up again last night about a vaccine. He's been saying that. We're not going to trust what he says. We're going to trust what science says. And we certainly can't trust Donald Trump and this administration that got us into this mess to get us out of it. We cannot trust them to distribute a vaccine fairly and equitably. They will not be able to do it. What a contrast last night. You literally saw a leader and a liar. We saw a leader in Joe Biden. Somebody who wants to build on the Affordable Care Act and make it better. Somebody who believes that health care is a right, not a privilege. And you got this other guy who is in federal court right now trying to take it away during a pandemic, all the while jamming through a judge for a lifetime appointment on the Supreme Court who's on the record of wanting to take it away, all without a replacement plan. It's crazy. That's what they're doing. But people are finally figuring that out, and we can't have it. Let's talk about the economy. Trump brags about the economy, but we know here it wasn't working for working people as much as Trump likes to brag about it, and it's certainly not working now. We are in the biggest economic crisis since the Great Depression because of this administration's failure on coronavirus. It's all connected. So since they don't have a plan or the wherewithal to get us out of coronavirus, they're not going to be able to change the economy. They just can't. Joe and Kamala will. They have a plan to build it back better, invest in small business, invest in our communities, invest in manufacturing, invest in jobs right here. Joe talked about climate last night. He talked about a new clean energy economy, which is good for the environment, but it also means millions of jobs, high-paying jobs that Joe was talking about last night. That's what they're going to do. And you know, here in Michigan, Joe Biden was the one President Obama entrusted to rebuild the economy after the Great Recession. And he did a lot of that right here in Michigan with the auto industry. And he's going to do it again after coronavirus, creating millions of jobs. Joe Biden believes that work should be rewarded, not just wealth. He's also going to take care of our seniors, like my parents, your parents. Going to protect Social Security. They're trying to take it away from you, aren't they? Curbing the rising cost of prescription drugs and ensuring the ability to live and retire with dignity for all. Let's talk about young people too. I see a lot of them out here today. Joe talked about investing in education, trade schools, free community college, student debt relief, and getting these young people ready for this new clean energy economy. Everyone's got to be ready for it. And Joe also talked about rooting out systemic racism, didn't he? Trump couldn't even answer the question. pervades everywhere, workplaces, banks, governments. It's going to end. It's going to end. Everyone needs a fair break. Joe and Kamala get it. Joe and Kamala are about faith, family, and community. Joe Biden, you know Joe Biden. You saw that up there last night. He's a man of deep conviction. He's faced his share of loss, but he's also known love. Kamala Harris, my wife, daughter of immigrants, product of the American dream. She shows what is possible, unburdened by what has been. She shows you what can be for millions of people out there, and I am so proud of her. Kamala and Joe, they will never forget who they are or where they're from, and they're going to do everything they can to fight for you each and every day. But folks, we just have 11 days. 11 days. So with your help here in Michigan and all around the country, we are going to leave, no doubt, because we're going to win Michigan. And we are going to win big around the country because people are fed up, just like you are. They're sick and tired of what's going on. They're sick and tired of this lack of leadership. And we're also going to win so big that we have a mandate that this guy, no matter how hard he tries, and you know he will not be able to refute. He will not be able to refute it. It will be over. So let's not let up. We've been working hard up to this point. We've been working so hard. We have 11 days left. You can vote early, as you know, here in Michigan. I know probably everyone here has. If you haven't, you can go to your township clerk's office right now for early voting. It's a one-stop shop. You can get registered and vote right there. If you have any questions at all, iwillvote.com/mi. Don't wait. Go vote. Check with your friends, check with your family, check with your neighbors, check with people you don't even know. Text, tweet, Instagram, Facebook. I don't care how you get it out there. Get it out there. Get that word out to early vote. Because when you vote, we will win. And when you vote, things will change. Things will not change unless you vote. And we're going to win in Michigan. And you got to send my friend, Senator Gary Peters, back to the Senate. He's a good man. He's a really good man. And we're going to send Joe and Kamala to the White House. 11 more days.